This video will show you how to replace a brake lever on your bike. Today, we're replacing the right brake lever on a Rad Rover 5, but the process will be the same for most models. You will need a flathead screwdriver, isopropyl alcohol, paper towels, flat side cutters, a 3mm Allen wrench, a 5mm Allen wrench, a torque wrench with 3mm and 5mm Allen bits, a few zip ties, and the replacement brake lever. Start by getting the bike ready for maintenance. Turn off the bike, remove the battery, and discharge remaining power. First, remove the cap on the end of the handlebar grip. Apply a small amount of alcohol in between the grip and the handlebar to help make it easier to remove, and then twist the grip off the handlebar. If you're replacing the right brake lever, the throttle will need to be removed. Locate the throttle and trace its cable to the connector. Snip the zip tie and then pull each side directly apart without twisting to unplug. Use a 3mm Allen wrench to loosen the throttle clamp bolt, and then remove the spacer and the throttle and set them aside. Note how the spacer is oriented for reinstallation. Locate the brake caliper connected to the brake lever. The right lever connects to the rear caliper and the left lever connects to the front caliper. Use a 5mm Allen wrench to loosen the cable pinch bolt one full turn to create slack in the brake cable. At the brake lever, rotate the lock nut and barrel adjuster so the slit lines up with the brake lever housing. Pull the brake cable housing, squeeze the brake lever, and then pull the brake cable and cable stop out of the housing as shown. Trace the cable from the lever to the connector and pull each side directly apart without twisting to unplug. Use a 5mm Allen wrench to loosen the brake lever clamp bolt, and then remove the brake lever and recycle the part according to local rules. Locate the new brake lever and slide it onto the handlebar as shown. Use a 5mm Allen wrench to tighten and torque to 6 Nm. Plug in the brake connector, line up the internal notch and pins and the external arrows and press together without twisting. Squeeze the brake lever, pull the brake cable towards the center of the bike, and then reinstall the brake cable as shown. The brake cable should be seated in the brake lever housing and pass through the slit on the barrel adjuster and the lock nut. Rotate the barrel adjuster and lock nut to secure the brake cable. At the brake caliper, pull the brake cable end to create tension, and then use a 5mm Allen wrench to tighten the bolt. Torque the bolt to 6 Nm. Slide the throttle and then the spacer onto the handlebar. The spacer must be oriented as shown. Use a 3mm Allen wrench to tighten the bolt and torque to 3 Nm. To reconnect the throttle connector, line up the internal notches and pins and the external arrows and press together without twisting. Then, reinstall the handlebar grip. Apply some alcohol to the handlebar and slide the grip into place, followed by the end cap. The grip should not move easily once the alcohol is dry. Squeeze the brake lever a few times to check if any adjustments to cable tension need to be made. If the brake lever can be squeezed more than halfway to the handlebar, adjust the brake cable by adding tension. For more information on adjusting brakes, contact our product support team. Replace any snipped zip ties and trim them to be flush and smooth. Install the battery and test the bike fully before riding. Reach out to our product support team if you have any questions, and ride rad.